It's Orioles baseball on Masson today from Camden Yards. The Orioles getting set to take on the Texas Rangers. It's Game 4 of this 4-game weekend series, and we will have a slight delay as we get set to play on this Sunday afternoon. Just as the teams were getting loose, the rains came over Camden Yards. Ground crew has the tarpaulin on the field. We don't expect this to be a long rain shower. However, we will have a delay at the start. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Hunter. There's no doubt about it. The Orioles have played much better baseball since Buck Showalter took over, and you're looking for signs. How is the team moving forward? Well, you win series, you win a homestand, and the signs are there that things are starting to turn around. The Orioles so far on this homestand have been competitive, and they come into this final game, Game 7 of the homestand. You could not be more even over the past 6 games. 3-3 against Seattle and Texas. Each team has scored 22 runs, the Orioles and their opponents. 5 home runs for the Birds, 7 by the opponents. Average with runners in scoring position a little better for the Orioles, and the starters ERA for the Orioles 3.14. Orioles so far on the year 6-3 against Texas. They have gone 3-6 against the Seattle Mariners. And Mike Flanagan, when you're trying to rebuild, first comes the attitude, then comes the confidence, then comes the winning, and all that adds up to, well, where are we going? Orioles win today, they get a winning homestand.
They really want a winning homestand. It is, as you said, it's been a dead heat on this homestand, and it's gone about it kind of a different way. There's been games that have been well pitched. There's been 3 shutouts on this homestand. There's others where you bludgeon the other team with runs, and there's been these other games where they played magnificent defense. So it hasn't, even though it's 3-3, it's been a real interesting homestand.
It's an intriguing pitching matchup today because you have 2 pitchers who lately have gone in opposite directions. Tommy Hunter, who has struggled. Kevin Millwood, even though he doesn't have a lot to show for it, he has pitched very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly Tommy Hunter, started off the season 8-0, was 9-1, and then Kevin Millwood, who had really a disastrous July, had an ERA over 10, 0-2 with an outstanding ERA. I think that's what you pin your hopes on, the 2.14 and just 1 home run allowed. And Tommy Hunter on the other side, 1-2 with just about a 10 ERA, 6 home runs allowed. He allowed 4 in 1 game to the Red Sox after only allowing 1 in the first 36 innings of the year. So you're exactly right. 2 pitchers heading in a different direction.
If you're the Rangers and you're going into this final game of the year against the Orioles, are you thinking, what the heck is going on with that team over there? Here's Texas in first place in the West. They have a comfortable lead, and all of a sudden, they simply can't beat the Birds.
Well, they've lost 6 of the last 7, and they like nothing better, maybe than a rainout, would be to get a win and to get out of town.
Well, it is raining here. The tarpaulin is on the field. Ron Washington awaiting it out. We expect this system to move through. We'll come back with a weather update after this. Airlines, go to southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on. And by Honda. Look for money-saving leases and low financing at your Honda dealer. Well, the rain continues to fall, but we don't expect this will be a long weather system. A brief shower passing over Camden Yards. We're going to send you to alternate programming, and we're going to come back at the top of the hour, hopefully with baseball. So for now, on Masson, alternate programming. 3-minute delay as we're just about set for baseball here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Final game of this 4-game series against the Texas Rangers. Time now for our train game time temperature. Visit trainsearch.com to locate an independent train dealer near you. It is hard to stop a train. It is 85 degrees but extremely muggy here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It feels muggier since the rain stopped than it did before. So the Orioles getting set to close out the 7-game homestand. Here's the Southwest Airlines starting lineups for the Rangers today. They're looking for a win for a 4-game split. Elvis Andrus, Michael Young, and Josh Hamilton batting .421, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs against the Orioles this year. Vladimir Guerrero with David Murphy in right, Mitch Moreland, Taylor Teagarden, Andres Blanco, and Julio Borbon for the Rangers.
Our PNC scouting report on Kevin Millwood and what he needs to do to achieve success this afternoon. A little help. The Orioles have been shut out twice on this homestand, but yesterday getting 8 runs. Could use a little bit of that support this afternoon. And the Camden 400, kind of an historic mark in Kevin Millwood's career. 400th career start, a testament to durability and longevity. And he's pitching against a team that he has never beaten. And then keep your eye on Vladimir Guerrero, 33 for 86, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs against Kevin Millwood. So I'm sure he is penciled with a big circle around Guerrero this afternoon.
Millwood looking for his 3rd win on the year, coming off a loss on Tuesday against Seattle. He got the first game of the homestand, and he got the second game of the homestand. He gets the last game. He went 8 innings and allowed 1 run and couldn't get a win. It's been that kind of a year for Kevin Millwood.
Absolutely. He just hasn't had any consistency with run support.
And we are underway as strike 1 is taken by Elvis Andrus, who is hitting at .276. Brings an 11-game hitting streak into the game today. And a line drive over the head of Brian Roberts. There's a base hit in the right field. So Andrus is on with a leadoff single, now with a 12-game hitting streak.
Corey Patterson will be in left, PA in center. A little bit different makeup in the outfield. Markakis will play right. Bell is Sturz, Roberts, Wigington, and Wieters around the infield, catching Kevin Millwood.
Michael Young now. Michael Young at .289 is 4 for his last 16. And he's having another good year at the plate. And he takes one outside, 1-0. Young tied for 6th in the league in base hits. He has 143. See if the rain that came down, the field was not covered when it started raining. Grounds crew did a very good job getting the tarp on the field, but the infield might be a little slower early on in this game until it completely dries out.
Maybe a little bit slow going.
2-0 on Young with Andrus good speed at first, and then Millwood misses down and away. So Millwood trying to get through the first inning. It's been his toughest inning on the year. Leadoff single. Now he's 3-0 on Michael Young.
Yeah, absolutely. He's given up 35 runs in the first inning. Almost a half his runs. Making a historic 400th career start.
And there's ball 4. Misses down and away. Millwood asking home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg, where did that miss? And they nodded yes. Okay, I agree. Here's Josh Hamilton, who just loves hitting against the Orioles in particular. Loves hitting against everybody.
Absolutely. Yesterday, 3 for 5, home run, 3 RBIs. 421 average, 3 home runs. And what he does so well is really, they talk about it, stay inside the ball. He hits a lot of balls back up the middle. If you check out his directions of hits, the majority of them right back to center field.
Josh Hamilton to deep center field. PA out there towards the bullpen. He reaches up. And did he get it? No, it's gone. It's a home run. So Hamilton goes the other way, and just like that, the Rangers have a 3-0 lead. PA was playing the pull. He got there, made the leap, but it just got over his glove for a home run. So Hamilton continues to pound the Orioles. There's his 28th home run and a 3-0 lead.
And you see PA just running out of room, tracking, and then just out of his reach. Again, we talked about Hamilton hitting the ball right back towards center field. He just has that kind of power that he can outdistance those 410-foot markers in center field, which makes him such a tough out.
Here's Vlad Guerrero now, and he takes high. So the first inning struggles of Kevin Millwood continue. As Josh Hamilton, who leads the league in batting, with a 3-run home run just underway. The 25th home run allowed by Millwood on the year. Guerrero bounces it foul.
Now he's looking at his career-long nemesis, Vladimir Guerrero. We talked about some of the numbers. 33 for 86 lifetime against Kevin Millwood. 5 home runs. 24 more plate appearances against Kevin than any other pitcher.
And Guerrero pops it up back this way. That'll be in the crowd out of play. That's Showalter looking on. His team quickly falls behind.
I'm sure he's trying to figure out what with this first inning. It's almost beyond belief for me. He's now allowed 38 first-run innings. And you know how many he allows in the second? 4. So, I mean, this really is tough to figure. I know we were talking about it before the game. Saw Kevin Millwood come in maybe 10 minutes prior to game time, which I thought was a little odd that you would leave the bullpen that early. But it may be different things he's trying to do to get ready. Sometimes you warm up closer to start. Sometimes leave yourself a little bit more time. But so far, whatever he's tried, it hasn't worked.
First inning runs, 38 overall, 37 earned. And this now is 25th start on the year.
Yeah, and he's allowed 99 runs on the year. So you say what a high percentage of runs that is.
2-2 on Guerrero, none down. And he got it. Came off speed. Guerrero couldn't reach it. He's down on strikes for the first out in the top of the first inning.
Well, we saw Kevin had a lot of success with this in his first 9 starts. He's really keeping the breaking ball up in the zone. Guerrero just swings through it.
So David Murphy will bat now, 1 out and none on. Murphy at 276, getting a lot of playing time with Nelson Cruz on the disabled list. Brings a 6 for his last 18 into today's game, and he swings through it. Murphy, a former first-round pick of the Red Sox, acquired in a trade, and he has become a very valuable 4th outfielder for Texas. He plays all 3 outfield positions. Fastball's high, 1-1. So Kevin Millwood falls behind 3-0. He remains the worst supported pitcher in the American League and the 3rd worst in the major leagues run support by his teammates. Curveball just misses outside. The Orioles get him 3.14 runs per game. That is the worst in the AL, and only Ted Lilly and Roy Oswalt in the big leagues get less than he does.
Yeah, but the problem is that when you give up so many first runs like Kevin has, first inning runs, it just makes it such a hill to climb for your offense to come out. Just as you're saying, gets 3 runs of support. So really the score, if he completes the game now, his best option is really 3-3. But it's somewhat demoralizing to your offense, too, to be down early, and then most times teams are going to add on 1 or 2 along the way.
You've seen Murphy's numbers in August. As he's gotten more playing time, his bat is heated up.
Yeah, he's been one of the few hot hitters coming into the series. A few were going to leave here warm. Certainly Josh Hamilton has heated back up. Michael Young's heated up, and Murphy 4 for his last 11.
Murphy pops it up. Ryan Roberts moving towards the center of the diamond, and he has it for the second out. The Rangers are concluding a 7-game road trip today, and they can't wait to get home. They're just 1-5 on the trip. They were swept in Tampa in a 3-game series, and Ron Washington's club has dropped 2 of the first 3 here. They're trying to get a win today to earn a 4-game series split. However, they still have a comfortable lead in the AL West, a 7-game lead on both the Angels and the Athletics, and they have 7 games remaining with each of those clubs. So even though they're in the preferred position, they're the team that the others are trying to catch. They still have a lot of games left within the division. Here's a ball hit towards Brian Roberts. He'll play the hop, and he'll get it to first to get Moreland, and the inning ends. But Josh Hamilton with a big swing. His 3-run home run has put Texas on top. 3-0 Rangers. Here come the Birds. Nothing lead. Here come the Orioles in the bottom of the first. Southwest Airlines starting lineups for your Birds. Brian Roberts, Nick Markakis, and Ty Wigginton, with Luke Scott DHing in the cleanup spot. 8 for 17 with the home runs and 2 RBIs on the year against Texas. Corey Patterson gets a start in left field, pushing PA to center field. Adam Jones the early part of today off. Matt Wieters, Cesar Estouris, and Josh Bell.
Our PNC scouting report on Tommy Hunter and what he needs to do to achieve success this afternoon. My house, he is 6-0 at home, but has had a tough time on the road, just 3-2. Plenty of support. Usually get him about 8 runs or so over his outings. And a Texas stranger. He pitched well against the Orioles back in Arlington, but this is his first start ever here at Camden Yards.
Facing Brian Roberts leading off, and Brian takes down and in 1-0. Brian has 5 hits on the homestand and 3 RBIs, hitting at .246 now on the year. It's his 31st game. And there's a strike at the knees, 1-1. Couple of home runs and 8 RBIs for Brian Roberts. And takes inside, ball 2.
Hunter has a little bit of a cushion to take the mound here in the first. 3-0 lead.
Fouls it out of play. Orioles are 3-3 on the homestand, trying to get a win today to have a winning homestand before heading out on a 6-game road trip. Day off tomorrow, but they'll travel. Buck Showalter's club heads to Chicago and then Anaheim. As Roberts takes high.
Again, Hunter's had his problems over his last 4 or 5 starts or so. He had 1 start. He wasn't feeling well. It was 2 starts ago. Pitched 3 innings, usually on a pitch count against Tampa Bay. Was not feeling well. So he came back with 3 days rest against the Red Sox.
Roberts fouls it off.
Right, didn't fare real well in that one. Both those starts, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, but he allowed the 4 runs were on 4 home runs by the Red Sox, and something he was not prone to early in the year. They'd only allowed 1 home run through his first 7 starts.
Here's a 2-2 to Brian Roberts. High fly ball right field. David Murphy backing up on it now, has a play. And has it for the out, 1 away in the Oriole first.
Let's take a look at the Rangers defense this afternoon. Hamilton will be in left, Bobone will be in center, David Murphy will be in right. Young, Andrus, Blanco, and Moreland round out the infield, and Taylor Teagarden will be behind the plate, trying to get Tommy Hunter back on track.
Here's Nick Markakis, batting in the number 2 spot at .286 with his 8 home runs.
Nick's had a real interesting homestand. We've talked a lot about it.
And he takes low, 1-0. Nick has 6 hits through the first 6 games on this homestand.
Yeah, 2 for 11 this series.
Ball 2, down and in. His first career ejection came on Friday night. Was back in the lineup yesterday and back in there again today. Here's a bouncer towards first. Moreland plays a big hop. He'll get to the bag unassisted for the second out. So Tommy Hunter gets 2 quick outs, and here comes Ty Wigginton, who yesterday got in and wanted hit it out for his 19th home run.
Yeah, low bullet in the middle of the plate. One of 4 to come on the day. 19th of the season for Wiggy. Only 2 extra base hits, though, in his last 12, so maybe showing signs of coming out of it.
He was just 4 for 25 on the homestand. That's a 160 batting clip, but that home run was huge yesterday. 4 home runs hit against Cliff Lee. And the Orioles won the swing game of the 4-game series. There's a bouncer to short. Andrews plays the short hop. And he'll get it across, so the Orioles go 3 up, 3 down. Good shutdown inning by Tommy Hunter. We'll head to the second. 3-0 Rangers.
position, center field. Ironically, John T-Bone Shelby has been working hard with him this year to get out of that center fielder's mentality, most notably when it comes to breaking to his right and getting down the left field line. He said Felix was playing as if there was a left fielder to his right and kind of yielding to some balls, so now he's been doing a better job of charging towards the left field line, but also he's doing a great job just as an outfielder of coming in better on balls. He's not charging so hard. He's actually coming in with some control rather than a straight-out speed, Jim.
All right, Amber, here's Teagarden sailing it to right field. Ice cream cone on the back end of that, but Markakis holds on and one away. So we'll see how PA readjusts to center field for one day, but Markakis hauled that one in. Wow.
Yeah, you can see it hit off the heel and then almost rolled completely in and out of his glove. That was a rocket. Hit so hard, knocked his glasses off.
Here's Andres Blanco's batting in the number 8 spot. Switch hitter will bat left against Kevin Millwood. Blanco's getting regular playing time with Ian Kinsler on the disabled list. And Millwood misses inside. Mike mentioned that Millwood has never beaten the Texas Rangers. He is 0-1 in his career against Texas. There are only 3 teams in the major leagues that Millwood does not own at least one win against. As he tries to rectify that today against the Rangers. And there is a strike. He's 0-6 against Atlanta, one of his former teams. He's 0-1 against Texas, one of his former teams. And the least success he has had as a major leaguer, he is 0-9 against the Minnesota Twins. Those are the 3 teams he has never won against. As Blanco swings through it. He has wins over the other 27 major league teams, and the most wins he has against any franchise, and we have to word it that way, is Montreal, Washington. He has beaten that franchise 15 times in his career. So he's trying to do at least one of those, get to 28 teams he has won. As Blanco weakly hits it to second base, fooled by the pitch. Roberts will get it to first, and 2 men down. Well, the Orioles are back home against the Red Sox. Boston coming in for the final time this season. The series begins August 31st, runs through September 2nd. That's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series. Good seats still remain, but are going fast, so show your Birdland pride and help us paint the park orange. For tickets, 888-848-BIRD, or if you prefer, online at Orioles.com. Well, the young pitchers hanging out on this Sunday afternoon. Burgess and Arrieta and Jason Birkin, who's on the DL. Here's Julio Borbon, the number 9 batter. First ball swinging, pops it foul. Reeder's back, and he will run out of room. Well, the Orioles pitchers over the last 7 games against Texas, 2.25 ERA.
Yeah, therein lies the success. Again, winning 6 of the last 7.
Ferguson got the win in yesterday's game, benefiting from 8 runs of support. 2 outs, none on, 3-0 Texas. Which is outside.
Yeah, they only lost the 2-0 shutout by C.J. Wilson. So they've been in every game, certainly the last 7 games. Of course, Arrieta pitching that final start down in Arlington before the All-Star break, capping off a 4-game road sweep.
Borbon late on the swing, fouls it back the other way. The Orioles will certainly benefit from the day off coming tomorrow, even though they have to travel. They will not have to suit it up and play. Night games coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Chicago. Guthrie, Mattis, and Arrieta are the pitchers. And then Ferguson would get the first game in Anaheim next Friday night. The 1-2 to Borbon. Grounded weakly. Wigginton far from the bag. Gets it over to Millwood. He gets there in time. So Wigginton ranging far to the side. He has it for the out. Texas goes 3 up, 3 down. Call 877-241-LUNA. Well, Orioles, 2 home runs in the first career game with a home run. It's now happened 4 times. Boog Powell, May 2nd, 1962. Kurt Blefary on April 17th, 1965. Jim Fuller, September 25th, 1973. And Josh Bell yesterday against the Rangers. 2 home runs for the first 2 in his career. And there's a lot of thought that maybe now that that's out of the way, he'll relax and go on a tear. Here's Luke Scott, takes outside, 1-0. Scott Patterson, PA against Tommy Hunter in the second. Luke also homered in the game yesterday. He now has 11 home runs since coming off the disabled list. All those since the All-Star break. Hard hit ball. Knocked down by Blanco. It bounces right back to him, and he gets it to first to get Scott. That was self-defense. He threw the glove out, and fortunately for him and for Texas, it came right back to him.
But watch this play. When it goes off his glove, he's going to do a 360 without the ball. Turns around, and it goes right in the glove. This will be on one of those highlight reels. Goes up in the air, do a full turn with a twist.
That's what you call staying with it. Stay with it, young man.
A lot of that is luck. Turn around, and it's right there.
Here's Corey Patterson now. 4 in a row retired by Tommy Hunter to begin the game, and he gets ahead 0-1. Corey getting a start in left field today. He's 2 for 4 on the homestand.
Patterson having one of those years where he's been a Ranger killer.
Foul tip held by Taylor Teagarden, quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Patterson in that trip we talk a lot about down in Arlington when they swept the 4 games. Corey had to start in game 1 against Hunter. Struck out his first 3 times against Hunter.
High fly ball to center field. Bourbon back a few steps and has it for the out. And 2 men down here in the Orioles second. Today's Maryland Lottery Hit It Here fan of the game is Sandra Krebs from Finksburg. If an Orioles player hits the Hit It Here sign located in the bullpen area, Sandra Krebs wins $100,000. To find out more about how you can become the fan of the game, visit mdlottery.com/hitithere. Good luck, Sandra. And 2 down. Here's Felix P.A. Orioles still looking for their first base runner. Buck Showalter has a very interesting lineup today, as he has given Adam Jones the day off. Every available batter who can bat from the left side of the plate and is active on the Orioles is in the starting lineup today. The bench is 4 right-handed batters.
Yeah, only Wigginton, the right-handed hitter in the lineup.
PA, a big bouncer to Moreland at first. He'll go to the bag unassisted. And Tommy Hunter has a second consecutive 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll head to the third. 3-0 Texas. Go to Southwest.com, grab your bag, it's on this Sunday afternoon. Looking out, there's the Key Bridge. Those guys are really seeing the ball very well today.
Yeah.
Here's Elvis Andrus leading off. And yesterday, Josh Bell took a base hit away from Elvis Andrus.
Nice barehanded play on the run. It was an outstanding afternoon for Josh Bell all the way around, defensively, offensively, smiling from ear to ear.
Andrus fouls it back. He's down, no balls and 2 strikes. Andrus singled leading off the game. He's now hitting 12 straight games. He will turn 22, will Andrus, coming up on August 26th in 4 days. Protected the outside corner and fouls it back. Andrus out of Venezuela, signed by the Braves, and then was traded to the Rangers July the 31st of 2007 when he was still a minor leaguer. Too tight with a fastball is Millwood, 1-2. Millwood now 35 years old. He's in his 14th big league season. 157 major league wins for Millwood. There's a bloop, and that's going to be trouble, and that's going to be a base hit. Markakis was back. He comes in and picks it up, and Elvis Andrus is on with a leadoff single in the 3rd. Don't miss your final chance this season to experience 2110 Utah Street, presented by Home Savings of America and Southwest Airlines. Saturday, September 4th, for one low price, fans get a reserved Utah Street bleacher seat plus an exclusive 2110 Utah Street t-shirt. Nick and Adam will also toss baseballs to the crowd between innings, and fans can enjoy special promotions, prizes, and more. The space is limited. For your tickets, 888-848-BIRD or online at Orioles.com. Today we only have 21 out there. Asturias goes to second one. Roberts back to first, and not in time. Asturias had trouble getting it out of his glove, and Michael Young beats the relay. So on the force, Andrus is retired, 1 down.
Yeah, Michael Young's into a lot of double plays, 18 of them on the year. A little bit of a bobble by Asturias. Just throws it sort of the timing of the double play off.
So Young reaches. He walked and scored his first at bat. And here's Josh Hamilton, who had a 3-run home run into the Orioles bullpen for the Texas Runs.
It came in very cold to the series, but 3 for 5 yesterday and 1 for 1 today. So 4 for his last 6. And it's still over 400 against right-handed pitching. Came in today at 404.
The top batting average against right-handers in the league. Hard hit ball past Wigginton. That's in the right field, a base hit. Michael Young picked it up. He'll make the turn and head towards third as Markakis has trouble with it. And he fires back in, and on at second base is Hamilton on a ball that was blistered past Ty Wigginton. Well, Hamilton has 2 base hits.
Just such a competent hitter. This ball, he's just trying to hit through that hole that's caused by Young being held on. This ball gets by Markakis. Out of the reach of Wigginton, just hit too hard.
So 2 in scoring position with only 1 down. That is a single for Josh Hamilton and an error on Markakis, allowing Hamilton to make it to second base.
Second error of the series after going over 100 games without an error.
Glad Guerrero, first ball swinging, fouls it back, and already down 3-0. Orioles have their infield in. And that is no easy task with Vladimir Guerrero up, as hard as he hits the ball.
Now you bring him in. They're going about halfway in the infield, but still the average shoots way up for any hitter. They're a 300 hitter when they're back, but a 400 hitter when they're in.
High pop-up, not that deep. Patterson having trouble with the glare. Now he has it, makes the catch. Bluffing at third is Michael Young, and Corey fires it back in. Well, Patterson, a nice job in the overcast. He recognized it as he was battling the glare, but he has it for the second out.
You can see him battling it, calling for it all the way. And as he keeps taking those steps in closer to the infield, realizes there's no chance to run. And that ball ended up being really deep shortstop.
So now the infield back at regular depth. Second and third for Texas, and David Murphy up. Murphy popped up to Brian Roberts, his first at bat. The other thing about Kevin Millwood on the year, Mike made mention when we were filling out our lineup cards today, is when you look at his season, he has just the 2 wins, 2-13. And both the wins came in interleague baseball, as he beat San Diego and then Florida. So he is winless against the American League on the year.
It really is odd.
Murphy takes low, 1-0.
And he really probably could have only felt content for about an 8 or 9 day period this year, winning those back-to-back starts.
His last win was June the 24th, so he's just 2 days shy of 2 months ago. This is his 9th start since then. He's 0-5 with 3 no decisions. And that's over the low ball too. But the other part of that is that because of the lack of run support, there are games in which he has pitched, and he certainly has pitched well enough to win, that he did not. He has allowed 3 runs or less in 10 of his starts on the year. And in those starts, he has just 1 win.
Yeah, that's not good. that's demoralizing, frankly. I don't know how he's withstood it so well. Just keeps going out there, and he competes every time he takes the mound. I guess that is the true better, and how you get to make 400 career starts.
Kranitz and Buck Showalter looking on. Of course, especially in the American League where the pitchers don't hit, the run support they get totally out of their hands as his curveball misses outside.
That's the irony. If you ask Kevin Millwood, what's a tougher ballpark to pitch in, Camden Yards or in Arlington, I'm sure he'd say Camden Yards. Of his 24 home runs this year, 17 here. And you go back to his starts in Arlington last year, he made 15 starts in Arlington and has the lowest ERA by a right-handed pitcher in park history. So I'm sure he would say, oh, Camden is a much more difficult park to pitch in. Goes back to your debate about the doubles and home runs. Right. Is this a hitter's or pitcher's park?
There's the run support, worst in the American League. Ground ball, that is a fair ball. Wigginton has it. The race is on. The flip to Millwood, who gets there ahead of Murphy. Larry Vanover right on the call. Called it fair. Millwood almost ran him over. So 2 hits, but 2 left mid-third. 3-0 Texas. Let's see if we can get stumped again. It's become an annual event, a daily event. What is the record for most team home runs in a game?
Well, I think it's Toronto. I think Toronto had.
I'm going to say 10 because it's outlandish.
10. I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Let's see.
1987.
10. 1987 against the Orioles. Did you contribute to some of that?
No, but I was in the dugout. That's why I knew. It was a week after I got traded. And the Blue Jays hit 10 home runs in that game. I think Kenny Dixon was the starter. And I think that is also the game that Cal Ripken's streak of consecutive innings came to an end. As Cal Sr. said, he can't hit a 20-run homer, so what is the sense? And that's when his inning streak ended.
Wieters takes outside ball 2 as Torres and Bell will follow. Orioles still looking for a base runner here. 6 up, 6 down, retired by Tommy Hunter. Wieters 4 for 17 on the homestand, facing this 24-year-old right-hander out of Indianapolis. And Tommy Hunter gets ahead. Here's the King talking with Nick Markakis on the bench. Bounce towards second base. There's Blanco, gets a big hop. And Wieters retired 1 away in the Oriole third. Well, yesterday, Mike, a day of firsts in the Orioles win over the Rangers. Koji Uehara picked up his first career save. Josh Bell, his first career home runs, and he hit 2 of them. Cliff Lee, first time this season not going 7 innings, and the first time in his career he allowed 4 home runs in a game in 212 career starts.
Some significant memories made yesterday, I'm sure. Josh Bell, something he will never forget. I think hitting him from the right-handed side and also getting up later left-handed in the games. Played well defensively.
As Torres takes a strike, 1-1. As Torres 3 for 18 on the homestand. Close pitch goes the way of Torres, 2-1. Fly ball center field. Bourbon chasing, but has a play. And makes the catch crossing onto the warning track. That one carried a long way, but Bourbon had it the entire way. So here's Josh Bell coming off his career day yesterday.
Yeah, 3 for 4, 5 RBIs, first 2 career home runs, almost carbon copies. Low middle of the plate, right back towards center field, showing that outstanding power from the right side, really from both sides of the plate, and it's considered to have more power from the left side, so bodes well for the future.
And takes ball 1 outside, and here are the mementos, the 2 baseballs in his locker. Got him back for the 2 home runs. We're not sure what he had to trade for them. The first one went to the first row in the bleachers in center field, and the fan actually dropped it, but he dropped it right at his feet. He gives baseball to his mom. There's a bouncer right back to the mound. Tommy Hunter has it and the toss to first. So Tommy Hunter 3 up, 3 down for 3 consecutive innings. We'll head to the 4th. The Rangers have a 3-0 lead.
climb and play area and a batting cage. It also has a moon bounce and floating T-ball area. There's a special Orioles merchandise store tailored to younger fans and a concession stand selling kids-sized snacks. So bring your family to the all-new Orioles Park Carvel Kids Corner, located on the main concourse level just inside Gate C. Jim?
Amber, am I allowed on the moon bounce?
No, I think there's an age limit. I'm pretty sure about that.
You missed it by a year.
At least she didn't say there's a weight limit. She was being kind.
That would eliminate a lot of us.
Hey, old man, stay away from the moon bounce. It's for the kids. Mitch Moreland leads off. Teagarden and Blanco will follow. It's a Wigginton. Oh, it took a funny hop off the lip of the grass, and he stayed with it. Concentration there by Wigginton as that ball, it spun the opposite way after hitting the grass.
He's had a couple of tough chances down there already. Worked well with Kevin Millwood today. You can see how the ball changed directions and gave him a reverse 360.
Whoop.
I like how the leg came around, that left leg swinging around. So we've seen Blanco at second base make a 360, and Wiggy adds his own version.
And Millwood, not assuming anything, was heading over to cover, and fortunately he was there. Then with Teagarden now lined out his first at-bat. The first three hitters in the lineup against Millwood are 4 for 6 with a home run and 3 RBIs. 4 through 9 hitless.
Right. Well, they had 3 on the board before the first out was recorded.
Teagarden takes high, 1-0. Millwood in his 408th big league game and 400 start. Tapper back towards the mound. Millwood will barehand and get it to first. 2 men out. Really settling in a bit. If not for Josh Hamilton, it'd be a different game.
That's right.
This guy.
And really none of the balls since then have been hit very hard off Millwood at all. Maybe one line out to right field. Other than that, has been an assortment of infield squibbers for the most part. So again, living up to the report, giving up 3 in the first, and once he gets to the second inning, everything changes. Why? I'm sure he'd like to know.
Andres Blanco, the second baseman, he bounced out to Brian Roberts, his first at bat. First ball swinging, fouls it back. Ron Washington's lineup in almost the exact same fashion mirrors what Buck Showalter did today. He has stacked his lineup with left-handed batters against Millwood. The only available hitter on the bench, Brandon Boggs, a switch hitter. He's the only hitter who can bat left-handed who is not in the starting lineup. Of course, they have Vlad Guerrero, who DHs basically every single game, so it takes away that possible spot.
Yeah, some clubs don't like a full-time designated hitter. They'd like to float players in there, almost like giving them a half a day off. But Guerrero has meant so much to this lineup.
Millwood calling Wieters out to the mound. A muggy afternoon out there. Tough day for the pitchers.
Yeah, and he's been busy. He's overcovering first on 3 or 4 occasions already. Pitch count at 50. A little on the high side.
We had about a 20-minute rain delay at the start. Unfortunately, the rain came before the game began. 1-1 on Andres Blanco. 2 outs and the base is empty. Breaking ball misses low. Millwood has averaged 6 strikeouts per game this year and 3 walks, so 2-to-1 in that ratio. But his base hits per 9 innings are up by 2. He's averaging 11 per start this year, 9 per start in his career. This is inside, ball 3. But as always, he'll have a lot of deep counts because he tries as best as he can to avoid that middle of the plate. Doesn't like to give in.
I mean, he's led the league in ERA back in 05, 2.86. He's been in the top 6 or so for the Cy Young Award.
Lifted to left field. Patterson back on it. And Corey has it for the out. Millwood has his second 3-up, 3-down inning. Mid-4th, Birds coming up, down by 3. Family fun place where kids eat free this summer. Find your location at greenturtle.com. Doesn't get better than that.
It's really cool and refreshed.
Look like had the onesie on. Top of the lineup, Orioles 9 up, 9 down against Tommy Hunter. Here's Brian Roberts. Let's see if the Birds can turn it around now, second time through.
Hunter did the same thing against them back in Arlington. Through the first 8 hitters before he gave up an infield hit.
This one towards right center field. David Murphy can't get it. It bounces in for a hit. And Brian's going to end up at second base. That ball must have knuckled Mike, because the way Murphy went after it, it looked like he thought he had it all the way, and then he lunged late.
I think you're exactly right. It just had a difficult read on it. Looks like the ball took a left. And definitely out of Murphy's reach. But it seemed to hang up there an awfully long time. Just misread it.
So Brian picks up his 8th double, his 6th base hit on the homestand. As Murphy had trouble picking up the flight of that ball. So the Orioles with their first base runner, and the first time today Tommy Hunter will work from the stretch as he faces Nick Markakis. There's a bouncer towards the middle, and Blanco can't get it. There's a base hit. Roberts will score, and the Orioles are on the board. Markakis first ball swinging, a bouncer up the middle. 43rd RBI for Nick, and it's a 3-1 game.
Yeah, wasting no time as Markakis jumping on the first pitch. Low middle of the plate. Sinker ball just out of the reach. Roberts going to advance anyway, and then when it goes through, scores easily.
Still nobody down. Tying run comes to the plate as Markakis will edge his lead off first. Wigginton first ball swinging towards right field. This time Murphy does get over, and the center fielder Bourbon cuts behind him, a near collision there. One away as Wigginton is retired. Fans, the Orioles have just announced that on Tuesday, September 14th, first 10,000 fans 15 and over will receive a Buck Showalter Orioles t-shirt. So don't miss out. It'll be the final t-shirt Tuesday of the season and your chance to show your support for the Orioles' new skipper. For tickets, 888-848-BIRD or get online at Orioles.com. Get your number 26 Orioles jersey. So Luke Scott coming up. Yesterday he got into one. 23rd home run.
Yeah, in August, having the big time August. 361, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs for Luke.
And he takes a strike. So the last two hitters went after the first pitch. Luke takes.
This is pretty amazing accomplishment for Luke Scott. The 318 average over Guerrero as a designated hitter. I think a lot of people thought that Luke was capable of hitting, 25 to 30 home runs, but maybe the average around 250. And what he's done certainly of late is really sprayed the ball around a lot more. If you look at some teams, even the Rangers maybe now, not playing that dramatic shift by hitting the ball to all fields with power, which Luke can certainly do, and has made him a much higher average hitter.
He has done a very good job this year, Mike, of reducing those long hitless droughts. He's been much more consistent. The 0-1 is taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. What we refer to with Luke as the market corrections. The market has not needed to be corrected as often.
Not often. And he went on the DL and came right off as hot as he was when he went on the disabled list.
Markakis edging off first with one down. Popped him up. The catcher Teagarden trying to find it. First baseman Moreland is there, and he has it for the out. Better angle, battling that glare, and two men down. It's a very tough sky right now. The sun did pop through as Luke was up.
Yeah, it went from a rain delay to very bright high sky, I guess the players would call it.
Two down. There's the overcast, the haze, some blue sky, but mostly the cloud cover and the glare overhead. And Corey Patterson will bat now. Markakis singled a drive and a run. He was at first with none down. He's there now with two men out for Patterson. First ball swinging, fouls it off his foot. And puppies are barking.
We were talking about Corey, his first three at-bats against Hunter. Watch this pitch. Right down off of that instep. Corey struck out his first three times against Hunter in that Texas series. And right after striking out those first three times, he would turn around and go 6 for his next 8 with 5 RBIs. Remember that first grand slam. 2 outs in the 9th. So he is the leading hitter against the Rangers this year in RBIs. He has 11 RBIs. And number 2 after the big day yesterday is Josh Bell.
Bounce to at second base. Blanco will field. And he'll get it to first to end the inning. So Hunter gets out of what might have been a bigger jam with only 1 run. We'll head to the 5th. Texas with a 3-1 lead. Your local Ford dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford, drive one. As we look down on the Inner Harbor on this Sunday afternoon. It's a warm and muggy afternoon. Fans enjoying Sunday daytime baseball at Camden Yards. He's got his foam finger. They are so popular with the kids.
They grow them out in right center field. We saw that the other day.
Leo Bourbon, drag bunt. It's a beauty. Races on. Wigginton can't get it. There's a base hit. Perfectly placed. Wigginton waited to see if Millwood could get it so he could cover the bag. When it got by Millwood, he finally fielded it, but not in time.
Yeah, just a perfect bunt. If you watch Wigginton, he tries to hold his ground. He's not sure if he should go for the ball or the bag, and just couldn't have bunted it any better. Just perfect. Outstanding foot speed by Bourbon.
So your 80-foot single, and Bourbon is on with a leadoff hit. Elvis Andrus now, already his third at bat. He shows bunt out in front of the plate. It's a beauty. Millwood turns and fires, and he got him. So Andrus will be credited for a sacrifice. He was tied for the league lead. That's his 14th.
And not too often you see back-to-back bunts.
Washington trying to get that run back. The Orioles just scored. He's got his better hitters coming up now. Michael Young will bat with a runner at second base. Young walked and scored in the first, bounced into a fielder's choice in the third.
Really, if you're Ron Washington, what you're trying to do is really get a runner in scoring position and get the lineup to Josh Hamilton.
Ball one outside. Michael Young, more hits than any player ever to wear a Texas uniform. And he still has a lot of years left if he stays healthy, with Bourbon at second base. Young just 33 years old. Ball two.
First time in 6 years, didn't make the All-Star team.
Well, he set the standard so high. I mean, you get 200 hits 5 years in a row, and then all of a sudden you don't get 200 hits. They tend to not notice you. And on this team, they had Josh Hamilton made the team. Elvis Andrus made the team.
Oh, yeah, they had Cliff Lee. They had
Guerrero.
They had their closer, Perez.
High fly ball center field. Not that deep. PA ranging over towards right center. Bourbon's going to tag, draw a throw, and PA fires back in. And the second out here in the fifth inning. Fans, don't miss the final showdown this season between the Orioles and the Yankees here at Camden Yards. Comes your way Friday, September 17th through Sunday, September 19th. And good seats still remain for each game, but they're going fast. So don't miss this classic AL East rivalry. For your tickets, 888-848-BIRD or online at Orioles.com. Well, the Yankees placed Alex Rodriguez on the disabled list. He's got that calf problem, and they don't want to mess around, so put him on the DL so he can't try to force his way back in the lineup when he's not 100%.
Yeah, a lot of injuries going around. They put Lance Berkman on the disabled list recently.
Well, they are not a young team. They build that team for now, and as a result, a lot of the older players are beginning at times to show their age, and they don't recover as quickly as they once did.
Absolutely. We talked about the home run by Josh Hamilton back to center field. One thing that Nick Markakis and certainly Josh Hamilton, look at the hits to center field. The home run to center field this afternoon by Josh Hamilton. They used the whole field. They used center, left, and right. You see Markakis, the majority of his hits back to center field. That's why these two hitters have such outstanding batting averages year after year, because they use the whole field and makes them very difficult to pitch to. Which I would say Hamilton a little bit more powerful than Nick, but Nick really used the whole field extremely well. And it's a tough, when you're a pitcher, to pitch to those type of hitters that hit the ball back up the middle. If you change speeds on it, it's a home run to right. If you throw extra hard, it's a base hit to left. And right on time, they drive the ball to center field.
So not only are neither of those hitters predictable, they are accessible to all fields, which makes them more dangerous.
Yeah, and the defense has to play them straight up.
Rick Kranitz came out for a visit with Millwood with Hamilton coming up. Runner at second and 2 down. And the breaking ball swung on and missed. There must be a hitter's rule book somewhere that after the pitching coach goes to the mound, look for a fastball.
Well, usually you're wild or where something negative is going on, unless it's, this may be about, would you rather pitch to Hamilton or would you rather pitch to Guerrero, who is obviously cooler at the moment.
High and tight with a fastball, 1-1.
I'm sure it was more of one of those speeches, be careful, don't give him anything to hit. That's why you saw the first pitch, real slow breaking ball. This should be sort of an unconventional assortment of pitches to Hamilton with first base open. They're really not trying to throw him a strike.
Fouled straight down at the plate. Josh Hamilton, just 29 years old. He has really found a home with the Rangers.
See, as a former pitching coach, I never like to tell the pitchers that, be careful with this guy. To me, you were setting yourself up for the sort of for the negative. You want to walk him, put him on. If you want to pitch around him, I'd rather have you just put him on in the 4 and get the next hitter.
You sound like a parent when your child's about to get in the car and drive somewhere.
No.
Be careful. Pitch misses outside, 2-2.
This is, I think, a semi-intentional, unintentional walk.
23 3-hit games. 3 or more hit games.
He had one of those yesterday.
He's got 47 multi-hit games now with his 2 for 2 today.
I'm trying to keep him away from one more.
Doesn't chase, ball 3. Millwood won't give in. He's in particular with first base open. Question is, can he get him to maybe be anxious and chase?
Which pitch can we for sure throw for a ball right here that he might swing at?
Up to 63 pitches after the long first inning.
Yeah, 43 of those after the first. So his pitch count has been excellent since the first.
Full count with 2 down, runner at second, 3-1 game. A big run out there for Millwood. And the payoff pitch is high, ball 4. So Hamilton will take the walk. That's the second walk allowed by Millwood.
I was wondering if they would have tried the old, was it Johnny Bench move of signaling for the intentional walk and go back and try to throw a strike. I mean, that clearly was a pitch around.
So Millwood now will go to work on Vlad Guerrero. Guerrero is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball out.
The same pitches that Hamilton took, Vladimir Guerrero will swing at. This is the big difference.
Millwood turns. He thought Bourbon might take off. Guerrero now 35 years old, playing for Ron Washington, his first season with the Rangers. 8 years with Montreal, 6 years with the Angels. And a high fly ball to left. Back on it is Patterson. That ball is gone. It hit the top of the wall and bounced into the stands. 3-run home run for Vlad Guerrero, and the Rangers have a 6-1 lead. And he got it close, and Guerrero hits it out. There's his 22nd home run, so a pair of 3-run home runs have hurt Millwood in this game.
Well, and as we said, you throw anything up in his eyes, he's going to let it go. They pitched around Hamilton. Take a crack at Guerrero, the cooler of the two, and Vladdy. It had been a long time between home runs. I think he might have had one in his last 30 games. So Guerrero had that great track record against Millwood, adds to it. It's now 20 RBIs against Kevin Millwood in his career.
David Murphy takes ball 1. Fouls it back. Well, the Orioles benefited yesterday from their home runs. Vanden Hurk now getting loose. He's a starter in the minor leagues. Still trying to get into a game since being called up.
It was really amazing how a rally can get started. First pitch of the inning, bunt, sack, walk, one mistake.
Well, you look at how he was navigating his way through. He really did everything that he wanted to, except the location of that pitch to Guerrero.
Yeah, it's just the unpredictability of Guerrero, and that's been a problem. And again, that was, Hamilton recently is 5 for his last 6, so you could see why they would pitch around him. And Guerrero has not been swinging the bat well for over a month.
2-2 is bounced to second. Roberts plays the hop. He'll get it to first. Murphy is retired for the final out. 3-run home run by Vlad Guerrero. Orioles coming up, down by 5. Executive, what was the barometer you used? Because as Buck Showalter said before the game, depending on the organization and who at the time is running that organization, the philosophy.
Well, philosophy, they change from club to club. What we did was try to limit it to 50 more than last year. That was the number that your attention would start getting, up at this point. Your antenna would start getting up at this point when you didn't want to go 50 more. If you look at it historically, and I think we've talked about it a little bit, guys like Roger Clemens, heck, Jim Palmer. After his first year, where he went up to 200 innings from maybe 150 the year before, and again, Buck talked about it a little bit today. It's that next year that you see the residual effect.
PA leads off, takes ball one, now grounds it foul.
But Buck also brought up a valid point. They're going to go case by case, but a barometer for me is never more than 50 than the year before. It's C.J. Wilson, a guy who's been a reliever for the last 5 years, and now he's among the league leaders in innings pitched. So how do you calculate that? So it has to be more on field.
And if they go to postseason, he'll be needed there.
Well, and this is what Buck and I also talked about.
PA base hit right field over the leap of Andres Blanco. It sounded like he broke his bat, and that slowed down the line drive a little bit, but he is on with a leadoff single. Fans, please join Orioles Reach and the Oriole Advocates for the 2010 Cardboard to Leather Collection at Oriole Park. It comes your way before the Orioles-Yankees game on Saturday, September 18th. Volunteers will be at each gate accepting your donations of new and gently used baseball and softball equipment. Monetary donations will also be accepted. Those contributing will receive an autographed Luke Scott player card. For more details, visit OriolesReach.com. So the Orioles down by 5 now, get a leadoff hit.
And just to finish that thought about the pitching, it would be more so, too, that when you're pitching the minor leagues, the season's over really September 1st or so. And that, the first long major league season, that extra month may not seem like a lot, but it's an awful lot to a young pitcher. And Buck wants some of them to go through that. So if you ever have any desire to get to the postseason, it's another month added on to that. So they want to go more case by case. He's heard 20% more than last year, 30 more innings, 50 more innings. But, I think the good thing is that a lot of these pitchers, maybe Arrieta, may be the only exception, I guess, but he would still qualify under my formula, would be that they're fine.
1-1 on Wieters. PA runs. Pitches bounce towards third. Michael Young is there. Plays the short hop. And he'll get Wieters. So Wieters was trying to slap it through the hole, but he hit it right to the third baseman. PA's at second now with one down. Well, Wieters 0 for 2. Well, we talk all the time about pitchers learning from adversity. When things don't go well, they really have a reference point about, okay, how did that go wrong and how do I correct it? And I guess the fatigue part of that just is another one of those additions to that.
Yeah, the first year that I pitched a full major league season, it seemed like that was 2 months longer.
Torres rips it foul.
Because your body clock, you play in the minor leagues for 2 or 3 years, you're used to
Labor Day to go home.
That's about it. It's like going back to school, With that month of September, then the first year you get in the postseason, now you got to turn it up. After a full season, now we want you to turn it up and go harder into the postseason. So it's a physical challenge.
Roller back to the mound. Tommy Hunter knocks it down and just does get it to first to get his tourist for the second out. That ball had that reverse spin, and he was able to knock it down and pick it up at his feet. Well, Buck Showalter in his talk today, he's been asked about this quite a bit on this homestand. I guess the reporters are wondering which of those pitchers you mentioned might come up from the minor leagues. And Tillman was outstanding last night. Britton has been very good as of late. 3 starts ago, he was outstanding. But he used Cole Hamels as an example because a couple of years ago when the Phillies first got to the World Series, the year they beat Tampa Bay in the World Series, Cole Hamels was just outstanding. But then it was the next year where you saw the effects of all that extra work.
Right, and that's what happens. You go from, if you have a season where you have 200 innings and you go into postseason.
Josh Bell, weak ground ball to second base. Blanco will get it to first, so Tommy Hunter works out of it. Laid off single and a man left. We played 5. Buck Showalter and the Birds down by 5. Sports Bar and Grill. Bring your Green Turtle receipt to the Orioles box office for a buy one, get one free ticket offer for any non-prime game. Well, the sun is now out. Flowers enjoyed a brief 20-minute rainstorm earlier. On this muggy Sunday afternoon, 6-1 game. Here's Mitch Moreland leading off. Teagarden and Blanco follow against Millwood. And there's the strikes. Get a look at the in-game box score for Texas. Very busy at the top.
Yeah, very busy in that 3 and 4 slot. 3-run homer, Josh Hamilton. A couple of runs and the big blow on top of it. Vladimir Guerrero's 3-run homer.
Hanging breaking ball, pulled foul. Ouch. I got it. Ouch.
I don't got it.
Millwood gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Misses high, 1-2. Millwood has 2 wins. He has 1 here at home, 1 on the road. The win on the road was in San Diego. Ball and 2 strikes on Moreland. And again misses inside. Moreland doesn't chase. Moreland was called up on July the 29th. They have Nelson Cruz, Ian Kinsler, and Christian Guzman all on the disabled list. They got Guzman from the Nationals. And he got him. Moreland down on strikes. And there's the second strikeout for Kevin Millwood, 1 away in the 6th.
And that late breaking 2-2 pitch. Cutter slider runs right in and out of that strike zone. Tough to lay off of.
Now here is Taylor Teagarden, who is catching today. Benji Molina on the bench. He's lined out to right and bounced back to the mound. One outside.
And Teagarden been swinging a pretty hot bat. 6 for his last 18. Has 3 home runs. The thing also is kind of surprising with Teagarden behind the plate. The ERA of the staff much lower than when Molina catches. Almost a full run lower.
Pitch taken high, ball 2. You just wonder how this year might have gone for Millwood had he gotten any run support. You know, some of those early games when he pitched so well. Here's a strike, 2-1. You can't control it. You got to put up with it. And he's dealt with it. There's no doubt about it. But it's had to become mentally draining as the year has gone on, not knowing what to expect when he gets to the mound.
Well, you start just wondering, how well do I have to pitch to get a win?
High fly ball. PA in center field waits. 2 down in the Texas 6th inning. Now the Orioles playing the Texas Rangers very well. Here's their record against first place team. 6-3 against Texas. 3-5 against Minnesota. 2-10 against the Yankees. And you see the ERA against New York. Very patient hitting team, a veteran team. 5.12, but against the Rangers 3.46. 5.01 ERA against Minnesota. You really help yourself as a team when you are patient at the plate. And the Yankees certainly are. They really know how to work the count and work the pitcher. There's a line drive to right, and it hangs up from Markakis, who gets it for the out. 3 up, 3 down go the Rangers. Mid-6th at Camden Yards. 6-1 Texas. Here at Oriole Park, and for Tommy Hunter, he has the best scenario. His team gave him a 3-0 lead before he took the mound. Now he's got a 6-1 lead. Just go out there and attack the strike zone.
Yeah, and he really has held down the Oriole offense, which did a lot of damage here yesterday afternoon, to just 3 base hits and the 1 run. So he's done a nice job. He's been in control really from the start.
Well, the Orioles trying to get back at it here as they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th with the top of the lineup coming up. And Brian Roberts fouls it back. Going to look at the Orioles in-game box score. Not quite as busy as the Rangers.
No, but the top a little bit busy. But Brian Roberts and then the RBI single by Nick Markakis. Other than that, Tommy Hunter has been in control.
Brian is 1 out of 2. What the Orioles need to do here, Mike, is to give Tommy Hunter one of those high-stress innings, which they have not been able to do yet.
And one thing he's been great this year anyways as Hunter is getting out of trouble. Runners in scoring position, just 175 to Markakis, the RBI single. One of those instances, but there's been one other, especially back in Arlington. They got out of 3 such situations. Runners in scoring positions able to retire the side without a run.
Brian 1 out of 2, doubled and scored in the 4th. Fouls it back the other way. Brian got the 4th inning going with that leadoff double. That was a 5-batter inning for Tommy Hunter. That's the most he has faced. Last inning, a leadoff single, but PA was left stranded. It was a 4-batter inning. So the last 2 innings, the leadoff man has gotten on with a hit. Truckle pulled foul.
And we've talked a lot again about that series back in Arlington where the Orioles slept. Brian Roberts not in the lineup that day. Luke Scott not in the lineup that day.
Very efficient for Tommy Hunter as he's at 51 pitches working here in the 6th inning. Hard hit ball to right to second base. Blanco down on a knee, plays it. Roberts retired for the first out in the 6th. Here's Rick Vanden Hurk.
Well, I guess if he's up throwing, he's probably in the ball game. But for Tommy Hunter, hasn't walked anybody, hadn't struck anybody out.
Well, he got the early lead. Here it is. Try to hit it. I think Markakis takes high. Kranitz and Buck Showalter on the Oriole bench, leaning on the rail. And Nick takes ball 2. If Vanden Hurk gets in the game, it is not his major league debut, but it would be his debut for the Orioles. He does have big league experience with the Florida Marlins. Fouled out of play. 2-1. Tommy Hunter was a supplemental draft pick by the Rangers back in 2003, the round between the 1st and 2nd rounds. And he made his way through their system. Slicing down the left field line, long run for Hamilton, but that back is in the crowd out of play. Maddox, the Rangers pitching coach. Line to center field. Bourbon is there, and he has it for the out. 2 men down.
Right on the button, nothing to show for it.
Here's Ty Wigginton now. Ty is 0 for 2. He has grounded out and flied out. 4 for 27 on the homestand. And there's a strike. Wigginton with a home run in yesterday's game. Off speed pitch swung through. Nice pitch.
Well, he's proven he's going to throw strikes, so the Oriole hitters swinging away. Has mixed them up very well this afternoon. Pretty good finish to that breaking ball.
And the dirt doesn't chase, so he came back with the same pitch.
The thing about Hunter is he didn't make his big league debut this year till June 5th.
Wigginton fouls it back.
He should be 9-2 during that period of time. That's a lot of wins. So 9 wins by Hunter since the beginning of June. CC Sabathia has 12. Ricky Nolasco has 10. Wainwright 10 and Pavano 10 during that time. So he can up there with the big boys.
Ball and 2 strikes on Wigginton. Line drive. There's a base hit to left field. And it gets by Josh Hamilton. Wigginton will not be able to advance. So Ty is on with his first hit and a 2-out single.
Yeah, it shows you how hard these major league hitters hit the ball. Saw one get by Markakis early. Watch this low bullet. I mean, this is going to eat up the left fielder. We thought it got away a little bit further than it did.
So Hamilton quickly recovers.
I guess he didn't want a Sean Casey. Remember the Sean Casey base hit to left field? Got thrown out at first base.
You don't want that.
That would not be good.
Here's Luke Scott. Orioles looking for a 2-out rally here. Breaking ball. There's a strike. Good pitch on the outside corner.
He's just been able to get everything over the plate.
Wigginton on at first with 2 down. An off-speed pitch there.
Straight changeup. He's getting all his pitches over at an alarming rate. He's only thrown 16 balls. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Cliff Lee-like.
But if you go on 15 pitches per inning is acceptable, he would be at 90 at the end of this inning as Luke Scott gets into one. Back to right field it goes, and that ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Luke Scott, and it's a 6-3 game. For Luke is 24th. Today's Ford drive of the game. Your local Ford dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford Drive 1.
Right down the middle. Looks like a straight changeup, no doubt about it. Belt high down the middle. And Luke Scott in this season has not missed these pitches. Just about the last row of the right center field stands.
State Farm will donate $100 to the Wounded Warrior Project for every home run hit by the Orioles in the second half of the season.
Career number 100, 24 this year.
Cuts the Texas lead to 6-3. As Patterson swings through it. We're talking to Julio Lugo over there, so he's homered in back-to-back games. He's fouled back. Luke now with 12 home runs and 28 RBIs since coming off the disabled list on July 19th. That was game 4 of the second half. It is the 3rd time since the break he has homered in back-to-back games. He homered in 3 straight games, August 1st, 3rd, and 4th. And he homered in back-to-back games against Minnesota, July 23rd and 24th.
And you guys see Luke talking about it in your remark, Jim, that the pitch before, straight changeup, way out in front. They came back with it, right on it. Mark of a hitter having a good year.
2-2 on Patterson. Running to second base. Blanco's been busy. And he'll get Patterson for the final out. But Luke Scott with one swing gets the Orioles back in it. Number 24 for Luke. It's a 6-3 game.
That really destroyed the game. Bad early, 3-run homer. Then he got to the middle of the game. And the Orioles played some good defense, gave them some meaningful innings, but then the bat again. Guerrero has been a career-long nemesis. So on this afternoon, 6 innings of work, 6 earned runs, really coming on 2 pitches, allowed 6 hits, couple of walks, and 2 strikeouts and just 80 pitches thrown for Kevin Millwood this afternoon.
Rick Vanden Hurk about to make his Orioles debut. He was picked up at the trade deadline from the Florida Marlins in exchange for Will Omen.
Yeah,
AAA Norfolk in New Orleans.
Yeah, you can see his numbers at the AAA level. Went 8-4 with AAA New Orleans this year. He's 8-9 in the big leagues with almost a 6 ERA and 35 career major league games. That's 32 starts, so not really a rookie at the major league level.
He's 25 years old. He last pitched 10 days ago. He had an 8-inning no decision for Norfolk at Indianapolis. He had only 1 run on 3 hits, so our first chance to see Vanden Hurk. And here is Julio Bourbon, this young man born in the Netherlands. So he had 94 strikeouts, 44 walks in the minor leagues this year, 22 starts. He was in 2 games this year in the big leagues with the Marlins.
There's that low sweeping, sort of low 3/4 delivery. 6'5", 217.
That deal came together very quickly and just literally before the trade deadline, as the Orioles had asked for Vanden Hurk and the Marlins said no, we want to keep him. So the Orioles said, okay, fine, we'll keep Will Omen. And then a few minutes before 4 o'clock, they called back and said, okay, you can have Vanden Hurk if we get Omen. So the Orioles adding to their inventory at the minor league level, and a leadoff walk in the 7th to Bourbon. The Orioles were in Kansas City that day, and Mike and I were in Juan Samuel's office, and he said, well, it's a few minutes after the deadline. I guess nothing's happening. And we said, okay, we'll see you later. And then a couple of minutes, they called you back. Hey, guess what? So by the time the word got from Baltimore to the commissioner's office to Kansas City, Will Omen was no longer an Oriole.
Yep, you had a feeling that how the deal was going to go down that day. He was not in the clubhouse, not in the starting lineup that day in the clubhouse. And, well, not sure Will had any sense it was going to happen or was imminent.
Here's the strike. 1-1 on Elvis Andrus. So, Vanden Hurk making his first appearance for Buck Showalter. Falls to first. He was a non-drafted free agent. The Marlins signed him in 2002. His name, Vanden Hurk. The Vanden and Hurk are technically separate, except it wouldn't fit on his jersey.
Couldn't get the hyphen?
If Jimmy Tyler separated it, wouldn't be able to fit. It's a 10-letter last name there. Yeah, see, it just does fit. Maybe there is a little separation there. As Andrews goes down on strikes. A subtle, just a little bit of separation before the N and the H, and he gets the strikeout, one away.
Yeah, pretty good breaking ball down and away, late finish. Anderson had a pretty good afternoon. It's the first out.
There's Michael Young, who is hitless today, but he has walked and scored. First ball swinging, pops it foul near the Oriole dugout. And they'll be back in the crowd. Wigginton over, runs out of room. And once again, the sun has peeked through. Michael Young has 43 multi-hit games on the year. His teammate Josh Hamilton, who hits behind him, has 47. Bourbon leading from first with one down. For the Orioles, they were hopeful of getting 3 out of 4 from the Rangers in order to ensure a winning homestand. They're 3-3 playing this game. Swings through it again. Looks like a little breaking ball there, Mike. 0-2.
Same pitch he struck out Andrus with. Even grade him out. Looks like his breaking ball has above average finish.
Outside.
You can see he'd be very tough on right-handed hitters. A low three-quarter delivery.
Bourbon on first, the leadoff walk. Draws a throw, and he is out. Bourbon leaning the wrong way, and he knew he was dead.
Yeah, just a little lean. Quick snap throw, no chance for Andrus to get back.
So that eliminates the base runner. Vanden Hurk stays from the stretch. 2 down, bases empty, and 1-2 on Young. And he got him. Good slider down and away. So back-to-back strikeouts and an impressive Orioles debut for the 25-year-old Rick Vanden Hurk. As after the walk, he picked.
Singing God Bless America.
God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains
Josh Hamilton powering one out to left center field, putting them up 3-0 before he could record an out. Nick Markakis drives in a run quickly after the Brian Roberts double. And then Vladimir Guerrero reaching back and launching the second 3-run homer of the afternoon. Luke Scott would chip in with number 100 of his career and make it a 6-1 game at that time. And that's where we stand. Millwood 6 earned runs, all 6 runs on just two of the pitches. Hamilton and Guerrero each have a 3-run homer. Luke Scott a 2-run homer. So not a lot of hits in this one, but a lot of runs on the board.
Yeah, those fans having a good time at the game. They've had their 7th inning stretch. You get to sing, you get up and stretch, maybe dance a little bit. Mike Flanagan
Happy
was
feet.
dancing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you did that till today.
I can do it sitting down, too. It's amazing. Really.
You are so
I'm
talented.
a famous chair dancer.
PA will lead off. Wieters and his tourist will follow against Tommy Hunter. And has really been pitch efficient as a 3-run lead.
Yeah, no walks, no strikeouts.
There's a strike. Curveball broke down on the outside corner. Hunter looking for his 10th win on the year. PA fouls it back this way. We nearly had a souvenir. It's kind of amazing how the Rangers have done such a good job, and I would guess Nolan Ryan has a lot to do with this. But they have drafted pitchers who seem to excel in Arlington, where it is traditionally it's a tough place to pitch because of the heat, and it just wears them down. Tommy Hunter 6-0 at home, and his ERA in that ballpark 3.10.
Yeah, Colby Lewis, who pitched in the series pretty much same things.
PA fouls it back.
I think he's trying to look for strike-throwing hard throwers like himself. I think Colby Lewis was an outstanding find against someone who went out to Japan for a couple of years, and he's been terrific. Tommy Hunter, as you said, fit right in. Then they take C.J. Wilson out of the bullpen, another hard thrower, and put him in the rotation.
Colby Lewis says an ERA in Arlington of 2.95.
And then they go out and get
better than Hunter's.
Right, and they go out and get Rich Harden, who's a notorious hard thrower. So it seems like their way to combat that ballpark is let's try to strike out more people.
And it's interesting in this game, as Mark Hendrickson and Darren Oliver getting loose in their respective bullpens, which you just pointed out, 0 strikeouts, but he has the lead.
But he has, he's a strike thrower, and to me, he's pitched to the scoreboard.
PA bounces it to first, loved there by Moreland, and he'll get to the bag unassisted and one away. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority. The Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Beautiful view of the Inner Harbor. Downtown, Mount Wieters. Saw the big cruise ship as I drove into work today, getting ready to leave at 5 o'clock. Yes, you're in HD, you're very warm, but you are now on Masson in HD. And for taking the time to make that nice poster you got on television. Always on HD.
Silly question.
Thank God for makeup. 0-2 the count on Wieters. 1 out, none on. And that's inside. 1-2. Tommy Hunter out of Indianapolis. He is 6'3". Now they list him at 280. And it's usually when you're that high in the weight chart, they're pretty accurate if they list that. Ground ball towards the hole. Elvis Andrus knocks it down and won't have a play. Wieters will reach with 1 down. A little nonchalant on the part of Elvis Andrus, knowing that Wieters was running. And on the error, the Orioles get a base runner. That's number 14 for Andrus.
Yeah, that was a little bit casual. You can see him go over and play it on the backhand as opposed to sort of getting in front of it, coming around. You can see him actually having a little conversation to himself, pulling that backhand in. If you get hit on the heel, the hand, I'm not sure with any runner. And that's the difficulty of shortstop. You really don't have the opportunity to bobble many balls and not have a runner be safe.
Cesar Esturza bunts at it, but it's foul. It landed in the right-handed batter's box, so Wieters will get back to first base. Well, it's interesting now by that error, because if Esturza gets on, Josh Bell would come up representing the tying run.
Yeah, the multiple run homer has been in vogue this afternoon.
There's Josh waiting on deck. And certainly in a comfort zone right now. Esturza fouls it back off the screen.
Well, that's the 14th error by Andrus. It's short. I mean, they talked about early in the year, Ron Washington had a conversation with Andrus about being more consistent with his fielding approach.
Bounce to first. Moreland has it. He'll go to second out there. Andrus back to first. And in time, they turn it 6-3. So the error doesn't hurt as the double play ball follows. No hits, an error, none left. We played 7. 6-3 Texas. Family came in and they had goodies.
Yeah, for you.
Some of them are edible.
Those are for me.
Well, we could share. There's a youngster. And here's Mark Hendrickson coming on. Yeah, so Vanden Hurk goes 1 inning.
Yeah, making his 40th appearance on the season. Has been a workhorse out of that bullpen. An RBI single to Josh Hamilton on Friday versus the Rangers, the only batter he's faced. And he's, as a few of these Oriole relievers are, is 5th in the American League with relief innings at 56 2/3 on the season as we head into the top of the 8th.
So Hendrickson brought on, and he'll go against Hamilton, Guerrero, and Murphy. Nice appearance. First appearance by Rick Vanden Hurk as an Oriole.
Yeah, looked pretty good. Pretty good breaking ball. You can see that already.
Benjamin Molina getting to the bullpen. Oh, he made it. Just in case.
The joys of catching, right?
All right, you've been on the bench all game. Get out there and warm somebody up.
Been in a rundown between the bullpen and the dugout.
You might be needed later in the game. Get out there and get loose. Oh, okay, Skip. He's going to go right to work. Hamilton has had a perfect day. The breaking ball misses low ball, too. He's got a 3-run home run. He has singled. He has walked and scored. I'll share those brownies with you.
Thanks.
Back 2-1. So Hendrickson, the third pitcher used by the Orioles. Millwood went 6, Vanden Hurk 1, and now Hendrickson here in the 8th. Darren O'Day now getting loose with Benji Molina's help. Poke back ground ball to third. Josh Bell has it. And Josh Hamilton is finally retired. 1 away in the 8th. Time now for you to text in your vote for the AT&T player of the game. Josh Hamilton, 3-run home run. He also has a base hit and another run scored. Or how about Vlad Guerrero? Vlad has a 3-run home run. That made it a 6-1 game at the time. Or how about Luke Scott? His 2-run home run got the Orioles back within 3. Text in your vote now. Have your voice heard. A, B, or C to 51862. And here is Vlad. I remember seeing Vladimir play, Mike, when he was in Double-A with the Expos. He was on the Harrisburg Senators, and they played a game against the Trenton Thunder in New Jersey. And what I remembered about watching that game, I believe at that time Trenton, which is now the Yankees Double-A team, I think it was the Red Sox team. He was so much better than every other player on the field that day. It looked like it was a father playing against his son's team. That's how much he stood out.
It's funny, you have recollections of great players early on.
This one sliced down the right side.
I can remember an exhibition game at Fort Lauderdale Stadium, and was just sitting in the dugout and chatting away as I think it was the Expos were taking batting practice, and all of a sudden you started hearing this whack, whack. It just had a different sound than anybody else on the field that day.
1-2 the count on Guerrero as Hendrickson gets ahead and too high. He checked the swing. They appeal, but denied by Larry Vanover. Well, that 97 spring training, that was the Expos' last in West Palm Beach, and he would have made that team out of spring training when you observe the whack, the ball coming off his bat, but against the Orioles, and there's a ground ball, diving stop by Bell. Does he have time? Fires across and safe. Just did beat it out. So Guerrero getting down the line, legs it out. He's on with 1 down.
Well, we've seen Guerrero score in a relatively short sacrifice fly, and now beat out an infield hit. Looks like Josh Bell was going to get to it in time. Very close play at first base.
Bell, good effort, but Guerrero legs it out for an infield hit. Guarantee he doesn't get many of those.
And that's why his average is usually what it is. You know, there's no infield hits, bloopers really involved a whole lot.
But that year in 97 in the exhibition season against the Orioles, he fouled the ball off his foot, and he had to go on the disabled list. So he would have made the opening day roster that year, except he was injured. If I remember right, it was against Scott Erickson.
I think you're right. So it was so self-inflicted, really. Put himself in the foot.
With 2-0 on Murphy, who was hitless on the day. There's a strike. 5 through 9 in this lineup is 1 for 14 plus a walk. And the only hit is Bourbon's drag bunt single. But he did come around to score. He was on base when Guerrero hit his home run.
As you think about Mark Henderson, I think about this homestand, you know, against Seattle, retiring Ichiro, the bases loaded to keep that game close. And I think back to the trip back in Arlington we talked so much about, the Orioles sweep. He came in to face the bases loaded and saved that game from getting out of reach, retiring Justin Smoke at the time, right before the big trade.
So there's a walk to Murphy, so 2 on with 1 out.
You can see the look on Hendrickson's face. He doesn't like to let those lefties get away.
We're going to get a pinch runner here as Joaquin Arias is coming off the bench now that Guerrero is in scoring position, so more speed out there late in the game.
A smile on Vladdy's face. Saying I can beat out an infield hit. Now you're going to pinch run for me? He's had a big afternoon.
So Arias will take over the DH spot, and he's at second. Mitch Moreland batting with 2 on and 1 out. Ron Washington looking for an insurance run up by 3. And Moreland fouls it back.
Again, with so many left-handers in the lineup, natural call by Buck Showalter. Bringing a left-hander, so I'm going to go through the middle of this lineup.
Josh Hamilton.
I think they have the antler call.
And maybe the first time I've ever seen
the antler. They were doing it the last couple of days. You know, certain things catch on. Things are going well. People will say the same thing, sit in the same part of the dugout, and have the same responses.
Hendrickson, after the walk to Murphy, gets ahead of Moreland 0-2. And just misses outside. Mitch Moreland played in college at Mississippi State in his native Mississippi. He was from Amory, Mississippi. Just outside, 2-2, so they're close, but he can't get him to go.
And that's the thing about Moreland. He's exhibited a fine eye. He has 8 walks, 2 home runs, and 4 RBIs, and been 5 for his last 10. So he's been able to take his way into some pretty good hitting situations.
Fouled off down the left side. Bell over, hoping for a play, runs out of room. Back in the crowd. Moreland was also a pitcher as an amateur. He was a big-time pitcher in high school. And then when he went to Mississippi State, he switched full-time to position player. And that was a pretty good,
smart move.
Yeah. Last year split his season between A-ball and Double-A, and now he's in the bigs. Bounce towards the hole. Wigginton knocks it down, picks it up, and fires to first, but too late. So Wigginton unable to hold the ball. And the Rangers have the bases loaded and only 1 down.
It looks like Wiggy wants to turn and turn 2 quickly. And just taking his eye off it for a second, then too late to first.
So that is an error, number 16 for Ty Wigginton. That loads the bases. So in his haste to maybe get 2, he cannot get 1. So Arias at third, Murphy at second, Moreland at first with 1 down. And Taylor Teagard, the catcher, up.
That's really what most of Wigginton's errors have been on the season, is trying to turn 2. You know, trying to do maybe a little bit more than just settling for 1. Could have played it safe. Let's see if we can turn 2 and get out of this inning.
Orioles looking for a ground ball to turn 2 and end this inning. Instead, it's popped up wide of first. Wigginton over near the stands. Will it come back to him? And it does. He's got it for the out. 2 down. Reaching into the stands and just able to glove it. So a big out for Hendrickson and 2 away.
Yeah, able to track this one. It goes right over just beyond the first base dugout. Stays with it, comes back a little bit. Prepared to go into the stand, and it comes back just enough for him.
And Wigginton beat that fan to the ball. See, doesn't that guy know at home you get out of the guy's way? You do that on the road.
You catch it and put it in his glove. Make sure.
Well, Andres Blanco now, bases loaded with 2 men out.
It's always tough because everybody's looking directly up.
Breaking ball's low, he doesn't chase. Darren, get up. Oliver and O'Day say okay. And they're both getting loose. 1-0 on Blanco. There's a strike. 1-1. And Matt Albert's now getting loose for the Orioles. Texas batting here in the 8th, bases loaded, and 2 down. There's been an infield hit in and out of the glove of a fielder, a walk, and an error in and out of the glove of a fielder. Bouncer right back to Hendrickson. And he'll get it to first, and that ends the inning. So Texas threatens but cannot score, and the Rangers strand the bases loaded. A little Papillon Day here at the ballpark. Hi, Dylan. Enjoy a day off tomorrow, but they'll travel. We invite you to join us Tuesday. More Rose action. Game 1 of the 3-game series in Chicago against the White Sox. Jeremy Guthrie on the mound against Severna Park's Gavin Floyd. Our coverage on Masson 2 begins at 7:30 with Rose Extra, presented by your local Ford dealer. Then game coverage at 8 o'clock on Masson 2 HD. We've got all the access you need right here on Masson. And the White Sox in second place in the AL Central, Mike, as they are now trailing the Minnesota Twins because they're having trouble beating the Minnesota Twins.
Exactly.
67-56 now.
Twins 7-3 over their last 10. The White Sox 4-6.
Chicago is in Kansas City today. They have a 2-2 game going in the 7th. Time is called by home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg. A gate came open there by the grounds crew shed. Must not have been locked properly, and the wind took it.
Yeah, it's always funny. You can't see the outside corner, but you can see the unlocked gate in center field. Always seems to amaze me. Always never cease to amaze me.
There's a bouncer to Blanco. Bell's retired, one away in the Oriole 8th. You pitchers don't miss anything.
And that's what somebody would yell from the dugout, too. Can't see the outside corner, but you can see the unlocked gate out in right center field. I forget that the umpire, that I think he was a traffic cop at once upon a time and used to run the radar gun. So we used to say, you can't tell the outside corner, but you can tell how fast that car is going outside the stadium.
Brian Roberts, one up, one out, none on, and he takes a strike. Brian has 1 hit today. He doubled and scored in the 4th. High fly ball center field. They got a lot of it. Bourbon back on it. He'll get there. And he makes the catch just before the warning track and 2 men down. Wrong part of the ballpark to hit it.
Well, Dan, we're on the 4:10 marker. Doesn't seem to be quite as flying as well as it was yesterday afternoon.
And Tommy Hunter still very pitch efficient as he works here in the 8th.
And just 20 balls thrown out of the 87 pitches. We keep reflecting back on that Arlington series. He started game 1 of that 4-game series, had a nice 4-1 lead when he left. Bullpen gave it up. Gave it up big time. Scott Moore took him deep. Gave up a couple more hits, then he was out of the game.
11 complete games thrown by the Rangers. Markakis takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
They're 11-3 games started by Tommy Hunter. I think they're 19-6 in games started by C.J. Wilson.
Well, one reason they're so confident that some good things might lie ahead in the postseason is their team ERA is 5th best in the American League, so they're much better equipped to win those types of games as well. Even though they can slug with the best of them, they no longer have to do that to win.
Yeah, it's not totally built around offense, and that's what used to always be in Texas. They, well, wait till August and September when it gets hot. They'll fade. Buck Showalter talking about that a little bit today, saying, and they're going through a little bit of a bump in the road right now.
Markakis fouls it off the other way.
But once you sort of hit September and see the finish line, all clubs will pick back up. So I know Buck Showalter talking about that today, saying they should get a second win come September and get some of their injured players back. It just seems like it's a long way to that finish line right now, the end of August.
Line the other way down the line, and that is a foul ball. Just foul down the line. Mark Carlson straddling the line and says foul ball.
And nothing really seems to come easy for Markakis in the series. Just foul. Looking for his 40th double of the year. Of course, he had that 3 strikeout game on Friday night. His first ejection. He's had his first error and second error of the season in this series. A strange series for Nick Markakis.
And he pops it up to left towards the line. Here comes Hamilton. And he'll get there, and he puts it away for the out. So the Orioles go 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th at Camden Yards, 6-3 Texas. Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. 9th inning we go. 6-3 game. Pair of 3-run home runs for Texas. The difference, Orioles got back in it in the 6th on a 2-run shot by Luke Scott. Mark Hendrickson stays on to begin this 9th inning. With the left-hander Bourbon up, right-handers follow. Slow curveball's a strike, 0-1. Bourbona's a drag bunt single. He's also walked. Down and away. Hendrickson faced 6 batters in the 8th and gave up an infield hit, a walk, and a base runner reached on an error, but he did not allow a run to score. And then there's a base hit up the middle. That one hung, and Bourbona's on with a second base hit. And he's been on base 3 times when you add in the walk.
Busy afternoon from the bottom of the order, and Buck will make a move.
So Hendrickson left in to face the lefty, and now he'll go to the bullpen for a righty with Elvis Andrus coming up. Matt Albers will come on. Runner on, none down. 3-run game in the ninth. Online shop of the Orioles. Browse the largest online selection of official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more for the entire family. You can shop from the comfort of your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get your gear from the official source, theorioles.com shop. Here's Adam Jones' jersey, and here's Matt Albers.
And Matt Albers coming on to make his 50th appearance of the season. 5-3 record, ERA about 4.5. Really is not about the walks and the strikeouts, but about keeping the ball down, keeping it in the ballpark, and getting ahead. And really has been the good luck charm at home. 5-1 here at Camden Yards. He has as many wins as anybody on the staff, including the starters here at Camden Yards.
Elvis Andrus up, Mike, excuse me. 2 for 3 plus a sacrifice. And he squares again and takes a strike. And he thought it was outside. And he's down on the count 0-1.
This is not new behavior by the Rangers. They'll play it to the sacrifice bunt. They'll hit and run. They'll steal. Always looking to try to add one more. They don't really live and die by the 3-run homer, even though that's how they got the 6 runs today.
And pulls his bat back again. This time it's outside. 1-1.
And the old expression is, if they're going to give you an out, take an out. Josh Bell in on the grass at third base.
Toss to first. Bourbon has good speed. He's got 10 steals. Doesn't go, and again Andrus squares, gets it down, and this one goes foul. That was a real heads-up play there, Mike, by Wigginton, because he saw that ball going foul. Now there's 2 strikes.
Let's take a look. Look at the ball. Surprised him a little bit. Forced him back. That causes the bunt to go really down the third base line and first base line and foul.
So we'll see where Dave Anderson, the third base coach, flashes now as Bourbon goes back to first, and Andrus at the plate. Will they ask him to bunt with 2 strikes?
Well, I don't think so. And I would be really surprised if they did it. To me, he would do it on his own. I don't think a manager would do that to him.
And it's a tapper back to the mound. Albers goes to second, one. Astures back to first. There's a double play. So not only can he get down the bunt, he bounces into 2. And that eliminates the base runner. 2 men down.
It really is amazing how many times that seems to happen. Doesn't get it down, right back to Albers. Quick feed to Astures right across the bag. Nice timing. Turning that double play.
So as Torres turns the double play, that will close the book on Hendrickson. 1 inning, no runs. Michael Young now batting with the bases empty. Fouled off. This is a save situation, so Neftali Feliz is beginning to get loose.
Yep, their young closer, rookie closer.
That trade for Mark Teixeira, who wasn't going to re-sign at Texas anyway, even though it was a year before it, they ended up getting their closer and their shortstop in that same trade.
An everyday shortstop. Yeah, that was a pretty good trade for the Rangers.
Rangers elected after he turned down their contract offer to trade him a year early, and the Braves took him, and that's why they gave up that much talent. They had him for a year and a half.
Yeah, and the Braves focus, and they've done that year after year. Seems like they get to the postseason, they'll make a trade. They'll give up some of their future players. They'll let their system get them a player. Maybe they know it's a player they're only going to rent for a couple months, but it's been worth it to the Braves to get to the postseason.
1-2 on Young. And then the following season, when they realized they weren't going to be able to re-sign him, they shipped him off to Anaheim.
Right, well, Anaheim worry about it.
Here's your problem.
So Anaheim had him. They just let him go free agent at the end after they tried to sign him back.
He kept saying no.
That's one reason. One reason he didn't go back. He said no.
How about this? Nah, not enough. Breaking ball misses. 3-2. And if you're Albers, you want to end this inning here and not allow Josh Hamilton to come up with a man on base.
Yeah, you can throw this ball right down the middle. You look on deck and see what's coming. Should be your encouragement to do so.
Hit towards the right side. Long range for Roberts. He gets there and throws, and safe at first base. Bryant throwing on the run and across his body, just couldn't get anything on it. What an effort, though, by Brian Roberts. Nearly got him.
Yeah, it was the location. It's so slowly hit. Long run, and again with that momentum going away, unable to get it to first in time to get Young. Short right field.
So a fine effort, but the base runner reaches. And Hamilton does get another plate appearance. This will be his 5th today.
Well, we certainly have to have seen enough of him in this series.
Let's go back to the first inning. 3 batters into the game. The Rangers had a lead.
Yeah, it looks like it was going to be maybe a routine fly ball to center field, low middle of the plate. Just keeps carrying over that left center field wall. Put about 3-0. Stayed that way for a long time.
And that is a foul ball. Home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg momentarily lost the ball, but then saw Wieters going to foul territory to pick it up. It's a good indication it's a foul ball.
I think Hamilton feeling very lucky that ball just dribbled foul. With the batting average back on the climb up to 358.
And that has 88 RBIs with his 3 here today. Defensive swing into the Texas dugout. Look out.
Yeah, it just shows you how strong he is. He gets it done out of a very easy swing and approach. It just looks like he's trying to put the bat head to the ball.
Josh Hamilton looking in at his teammates. You saw him wipe the tear away. Sorry. Another 0-2 pitch from Albers. And he fouls it off his foot to stay alive.
I didn't see him giving him the antler horns back, that they was happy about it.
Yeah, maybe you don't do that on the field.
Maybe it's something with the Rangers. We'll have to find out. And we saw someone here with that moose antler hat here the other night. I think it's something that the Rangers are doing or have been doing for a while. That's sort of their high five.
Another 0-2. And it bounces and it goes all the way past Wieters, and advancing is Michael Young, who thought about possibly going to third. That bounced right over the shoulder of Wieters after it bounced about 5 feet in front of home plate.
Yeah, Albert's trying to be careful with his breaking ball, try to get Hamilton to chase. It looks like it goes right under the arm of Matt Wieters. Very odd bounce. breaking ball in the dirt, it's going to kick back some.
Good base running by Young as he advances. And a high fly ball to left. Patterson back on it, has a play. And has it for the out, so the inning ends. Well, here come the Birds, bottom of the ninth. Wigginton, Scott, and Patterson do, down by 3.
Run home run, 7 RBIs on the series, and today was all about home runs. Luke Scott hits his 100th career home run, 24th on the season. Stay tuned, we're going to show it to you all.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at the highlights, plus we'll have Buck Showalter's press conference. That all comes up on O's Extra post game. Back to Jim and Mike.
All right, Tom and Rick, thank you very much. Standing by for O's Extra post game. Let's see if the Orioles can give them a happy recap and change the entire show. Naftali Feliz has other ideas. He comes on looking for the save.
Making his 54th appearance, young rookie right-hander for the Rangers, who's had a pretty marvelous year. Has 30 saves, third in the American League, 7 shy of matching the all-time rookie record, which is 37. But back in 2000, he's gone 5 straight games without a save. Won 20 consecutive saves before he blew one. That was against the Yankees on August 11th. Second longest streak by a rookie. He's got good stuff. Fastball, straight changeup, and a slider, and all above average, and throws them all over the plate.
Ty Wigginton will lead off. Then Luke Scott and Corey Patterson do. Orioles need to get 2 on to get that tying run to the plate. The bullpen did a very good job of not allowing Texas to get an insurance run, so it is still a 3-run game. Vanden Hurk, Hendrickson, and Albers have combined to pitch 3 scoreless innings, and there's ball 1. Adam Jones is available if needed. He's given a day off today. Ball 2.
Well, you want Feliz to give you a chance. Take a walk, need a runner, or 2.
Wigginton has 1 hit. He singled his last at bat and scored on the Scott home run. Ball 3.
So I think we'll all remember that Feliz was coming in a non-save situation with the grand slam by Corey Patterson in the wee hours of that night.
That was a fun night.
Yep, that all started with a leadoff single by Adam Jones.
Now, if you're Wigginton, you're probably taking 2 strikes here, I would think. He's just got to get on base. There's 1.
96 miles an hour. Looked nice and easy, 96 with some movement. But yeah, you're going to need Feliz to give you a helping hand in this one.
Swung at it, fouled it straight back, had a real good cut.
97 mile an hour fastball. So again, he does it very easily. Nice smooth delivery.
He is now 22 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. 3-0 to a full count on Wigginton leading off in the ninth. And Wigginton protecting the outside corner, fouls it off into the upper deck. He was a starting pitcher for a good portion of his minor league career, but with this arm, Texas loves him at the back end of the bullpen. High fly ball center field. Back on it is Bourbon looking up, and that ball is gone. Wigginton hits it out, leading off in the ninth. It's a 2-run game. Nothing but fastballs, Mike, and he finally got one to drive out.
Well, he had the count. He had a couple of pitches to try to gauge in on that 96, 97 mile an hour fastball. We could be one of the better fastball hitter around. Up and out over the plate. Head right down on a classic swing by Wigginton. 5th home run that Feliz has allowed in 50 innings of work.
Number 20 for Ty. 2nd time since the break he's homered in back-to-back games. And Ron Washington went out for a visit with Feliz. There's a message for you. The manager goes out.
See, you don't forget. You don't forget games. Everybody remembers that grand slam homer by Patterson off of Feliz. Orioles remember it, and so do the Rangers.
So Luke has a home run today. Number 24. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Let's go back to the 6th inning.
And back-to-back changes. One he swings through, the second one right on the button out to right center field. Just about a couple of rows from leaving here.
And he swings through it 0-2. That pitch really sailed towards the outer part of the plate.
Yeah, late breaking.
Wigginton explaining his at-bat to Julio Lugo, who is all chuckles. 0-2 on Scott. And that's high, 1-2. Good idea there by Feliz.
Yeah, he usually brings out the best. That one, 98, best fastball he's thrown yet.
The Orioles need to get one more on to get that tying run up. Off the mask of Taylor Teagarden on a hanging breaking ball.
First breaking ball we've seen, 82. Right back into the mask of Teagarden. Then the joys of catching.
Ouch. And another 1-2 pitch coming to Luke Scott. Outside, 2-2. Ron Washington is now anxiously looking on.
It's been a tough trip. 1-5 for the Rangers.
And he got him. Scott down on strikes. One away in the 9th inning. Luke talking with home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg about the location of that pitch he swung through.
I just want to know if it was high or not. It was borderline high. 99 miles an hour right at the top of the strike zone.
And that is the first strikeout of an Oriole in this game.
I didn't check today. Do they have a walk?
Do not have a walk.
That would have been a pretty unique occurrence.
And the pitch is high. Let's get an update on the AT&T voting for player of the game. Luke Scott, 57%, getting that hometown vote. Still time to vote A, B, or C. The 51862. Tom and Rick have the results coming up on O's Extra postgame. And Patterson taking a strike as he should. 1-1 on Corey. Texas pitching in this series, Mike, has walked a total of just 3 batters. 1 in each of the first 3 games.
Another reason for this success, they make you hit the ball.
25 strikeouts. There was 24 coming into this game and 1 today. Patterson can't reach the high fastball, 2-2. 99 miles an hour. He's warming up.
Just getting loose.
And 2-2 the count. Patterson is 0 for 3. And he got him. Another fastball he couldn't reach.
And let's just keep it at 99. 2-2 pitch. See that arm speed by Feliz.
Wow.
Just can't get on top of it.
Orioles down to their final out now. Back-to-back strikeouts after the home run. PA singled in the 5th. He has grounded out to first base twice. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's a strike at the knees. So that was his get me over fastball, just 97. The 99 is the one he wants you to chase.
Add a little bit too, yeah.
Breaking ball bends in there for a strike. And PA's in a lot of trouble here, 0-2. I don't think he liked the call. He keeps staring down at the plate.
Yeah, backdoor breaking ball. He thought it was off the corner.
No balls and 2 strikes. And PA down on strikes as Feliz blows it by him. A 100-mile-per-hour fastball ends it. He strikes out the side. Wigginton's home run gets the Orioles a run closer, but Texas holds on. Final score here at Camden Yards. Rangers win it 6-4.